Welcome. In front of me I have the ELGATO Stream Deck, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a quick just look at the product itself, which I just briefly actually looked at the bigger version of it, the XL, literally like a moment ago, and this is the first time I'm actually interacting with this product, so keep that in mind when I go about it and know very little about it. So anyway, let's just pop it open. I did already install the software on my computer just so we can plug it in and kind of see how it looks like. Now obviously this is the smaller version of the XL, which might be appealing more for people that want to have a bit more clean look on their desktop. Come on. Oh no. So this does not have a detachable cable, which I would consider a little bit of a bummer. I think I would prefer to have a detachable one, just because that also gives you the possibility to have, for instance, like a 45 degree or a 90 degree angle cables and stuff like that. So it would have been super nice just to have like a plug right here. Oh well. And then we have this little thing. So right off the bat I will mention that the actual quality of this is significantly lower than what you get with the XL version of it. So as you can see, you have this kind of like wonky little stand. It feels like one of those kind of crappy little stands that you get for like your phones sometimes. So you just flop this on here. There we go, and that's about it. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Just to compare this to the actual like big boy right here, just so you have actual like insight of what I mean. So this is the bigger one. Obviously just disregard the size difference and more buttons, but the quality here. So number one, we have a detachable cable. This is magnetically attached. Now we don't have angle adjustments, but to be honest, I think at least for me, in this kind of state when it's laying down, it's much more convenient, at least for me. So there we go. I guess if you keep it a little bit further away from you, so somewhere like at the back, this would be still nice. We do have a rubberized entire like plate right here, along with rubber feet. So this one also has rubber feet, so there we go. But yeah, this just feels a little bit much higher quality, a little bit better thought out, and just better in design compared to the small little one here. Now the button tactility is one of the things that I really like about the big one that I did just a moment ago. And it's still here. It's the exact same kind of buttons. They feel really nice in my opinion, though it's probably so objective, so some people might not like it, but I do. They are in a way just kind of mushy, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Now let's just plug it in. What else? We'll unplug this just so I have place to plug it in. And I did set up the software for the XL version, so I guess I'll find out how that translates to this. Do you want to copy the profiles from XL? Yep. Ah, there we go. So I did do like a really small setup right here, so we can kind of see a couple toggles right here. So obviously you can see how it looks like. I added a couple little things, which some of them don't actually work, like the Spotify, which requires premium to use the controls for it. Why? And we have the welcome folder, which is just the default thing that comes with every Elgato. Once you plug it in, it opens up their browser. Here we have some folders that you can create. Open up, I set it up a clock, which actually doesn't do anything on the computer. I also made the little buttons for like CPU performance. With 20 players on it, it opens up Task Manager. Really actually nice. And yeah, that's basically the tiny little Elgato Stream Deck. It's still nice. The only gripe that I have is, like I said, with this cable, I would really like to have a detachable one, because obviously customization reasons, if you have a nice desk setup, just like a cable like this just ruins it. You could have like a nice colored braided cable for this that you can pick yourself or braid it yourself, and it would add a little bit more customization to your actual setup when you have something like this. Obviously when you're investing into things like that, you don't need to be a streamer to use this. So for me, I don't really stream, but I would have an appeal in this just so I can have like a screen with a bunch of buttons to control different things and see different information. It's really handy in this kind of manner, and that cable just kind of ruins it. Now, one thing that I will mention, if you're interested in this, but maybe it's a little bit too small, but the actual Stream Deck XL is too big for you, maybe this doesn't have enough buttons or functionality, what I can also recommend that recently came out is the Razer, what do they call it? Razer Stream Controller. Now the Razer Stream Controller has a bit of a different design. It's in collaboration with another company that made basically the exact same product, but it just wasn't branded as Razer. And I'm gonna quickly bring up a photo just so you can kind of see how that looks like. So this is basically how the Razer, can I like flip it? Come on. Ah, there we go. So this is how the actual Razer Stream Controller looks like. So you can see it has a couple dials on either side. It has buttons at the bottom as well. And one thing that it has differently between like the Elgato Stream Decks, this right here on both sides, whoops. This is a touch surface. So for instance, you can have volume and you can slide it up and down, which is kind of nice. And on the other side, you have the same thing. Now, because of this, you're limited to just like 12 buttons in general right here, as you can see. Right? Yep, 12. So personally, I think I'd prefer this. It just looks a little bit nicer, and obviously it has a detachable cable. Additionally, it has, in my opinion, more versatility with the dials and actual physical buttons, along with the actual sliding surfaces, which is something that some people would actually really probably enjoy and have use of, compared to like this, which just has buttons. Buttons are cool, but for instance, if you're using this in more creative ways, if you want to control something, here, I guess you can have a button to have, for instance, like volume control. You can set it to be, as an example, in 25% increments. But there you can just kind of slide it however far you want, which, like I said, I think might be a little bit more usable compared to having like actual just buttons. So that's kind of what I wanted to point out here, just because I found this the Razer version of it a little bit more compelling in my case. Though this, like I said, this video, I guess, is more about this product, which is still good. So anyway, that's basically all I wanted to talk about, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.